We weren't live, we're sorry. Something went wrong. We acknowledge, respect, and honor the First Nations in whose traditional territories the school district operates, and all Aboriginal people residing within the boundaries of SDA.
We would like to start today, hopefully without any technical errors, by acknowledging that it is LGBTQ plus History Month. We will be creating a series of highlight spots throughout the month, so stay tuned.
Attention to all of Miss Kids OTTCLC 12 class. There is an important meeting tomorrow at 11:45 in room 200.
This is an announcement to all grade 10 boys interested in playing junior boys basketball this year. Please come to a very important meeting at lunch with Mr. Vissers in room 315 at the beginning of lunch today.
Selkirk College will be holding a virtual open house Saturday, October 23rd, 2021.
Yeah, that's my birthday.
Thank you. Students can drop by any time between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m. We will be waiving the application fee, so it's a great opportunity for students to apply for free to our early entrance scholarships. If they apply before December 13th, students will have an opportunity to reapply for scholarships in February.
Rec Leadership would like to remind you that this Friday is Retro Day. Wear your best retro clothes and go swing by the trophy case today to see the schedule and your teams for intramural volleyball.
Lunch special in the landing today is Caesar pita wraps, baby carrots, and dip.
Well, us at LVTV care a lot about the news, and we would like to introduce the aptly named LVTV News. A warning for teachers, this is 6 minutes long and it is the last thing in our broadcast, so if you have pending matters, feel free to tune out, even though it'll hurt our feelings.
Hello, I am the god of news. Newsius? And I'm here to warm your hearts with some news. Recently, in our good and uplifting news, 23 species got removed from the endangered species list. That's right, those animals finally got around to having kids. And, we just got some news. Those 23 species weren't removed because they grew in number. They're all extinct. As in, they're all dead. So, God. Look, it's painfully obvious that climate change is killing our planet. We've known this for like almost 100 years. Even though people try to deny it, any literate person will be able to understand that our planet is warming up. Faster and faster, along with that, we have more and more climate-related disasters, including massive forest fires, massive hurricanes, tornadoes, heat waves, and like floods. It's also, interestingly enough, killing animals. According to the International Union for Conservation of Nature, 19% of species listed as endangered by the Red List of Endangered Species are at increased risk due specifically to global warming. And that's only from the planet warming up. Ocean life is dying at an increased rate due to waste, and some scientific organizations warn that we may be the cause of a 6th mass extinction. As we dump more and more garbage and oil into the ocean and our land, natural habitats are destroyed. The evidence is there. Look at the fires we had this year, or the fires that Greece had, or just like, look outside. Oh God, just look outside. And that stuff is gonna get worse every single year. One thing is painfully clear. We really need to do something. Now this is where it gets kind of tricky, because we live in a society that really, really likes stuff and encourages people to make more stuff. And the making of stuff is tied directly to whether or not you can afford to live. So, where it might be a good idea to decommodify or put sanctions on major corporations, encourage public transit and limit personal vehicles, and stop pouring billions of dollars into militaries that are, in some cases, heavier polluters than over half of the world's countries. But let's be honest, is that going to happen in time? Probably not. I'm sorry for that. It unfortunately isn't the case that any individual actions can make any serious changes to the environment. And in fact, it is the strategy of many major corporations to shift the blame to you so that they can keep putting tens of thousands of metric tons of CO2 into the air each year. Nothing you do. Nothing will add up to Amazon just shutting down for a year. These massive corporations have planted a seed of a carefully grown propaganda into our heads. We are taught from a young age to always compost, always recycle, and to choose paper over plastic. We're told that as long as everyone does these 3 simple things, the world will end up fine. They're shifting the blame from them to you. Unless you're running a factory in your backyard that produces over 40,000 metric tons of carbon dioxide each year, there's not really much that you can contribute to overall climate change. We need to pay more attention to the real polluters, things like Amazon, Coca-Cola, and all those dang coal refineries. We need to, put it lightly, make a fuss about this pollution and fight for legislation and regulation requiring cleaner forms of energy. Things like wind, water, solar, and nuclear are not only better for the environment, but they also create lots of jobs, boosting a country's economy. We need to keep doing climate strikes, and we need to harass our lawmakers and politicians to force them to focus on climate as a major world issue. And maybe we should do something about mass production? Or maybe our culture of commodification in total? Because one thing's pretty clear, this whole mass production thing is pretty bad for our environment. And for us, 9% of deaths every year are due to air pollution. Every week, in one of its fulfillment centers, Amazon throws out about 200,000 pieces of merchandise. That's too much stuff. We are wasting too much. Not to tell Jeff Bezos how to run a company, but I am absolutely telling Jeff Bezos how to run his company. Stop throwing so much stuff into the oceans, you Lex Luthor wannabe. There are a few things that you can do from home, though. Things that help. Stop using things like gas-powered chainsaws, lawnmowers, and weed whackers, and snowblowers as well. Maybe try shoveling, or use an electric annihilator of grass. Open your window instead of using AC, and if you have a fireplace, use that instead of heaters. Take public transit more, and walk to places that you normally drive to. But never forget, global warming is not your fault. It's not your grandparents' fault. No one person could ever cause this much harm to the environment. This is an issue with profit motives and a society that prioritizes money over the well-being of others. This is the fault of companies that lie to the public about global warming and lobby in government to prevent any meaningful change. It is always a good idea to be environmentally conscious, to be aware of the toll you have on the world around you. But remember this, the real problem is a culture of commodification and mass production encouraging profit over anything else. And unless we start speaking up and getting angry, nothing will ever really change. So that's the moral of this, I guess. Bully your legislators. Wow. This was supposed to be an uplifting show, and I could put a happy message here at the end, but I don't really think there's one to give. We kind of need to do something now, or we're screwed. Well, that really sucks. Shame. Okay, bye!
Well, for those of you still watching, thank you for sitting through our 6-minute news broadcast and our many